Okay, this is going to be a little more in-depth video. I'm just going to stop it every 10 minutes and make separate parts. Alright, so we're going to go over the same things we went over before. I'm just going to do this again, then I'm going to set up each individual class, or not every one of them, but you know, melee and casters. But what you do is you go to this website. I have it bookmarked, but I'll put a link in the description, or you can get it from my original video. That was the quick video. And you download the L2 Walker 2.19a, and then that'll put it down here, and then you download this host file, and then if you want your real maps to work inside of the bot, you download this pack right here. It's the map pack for the bot, and once you have everything downloaded, you extract the L2 Walker RAR file to the desktop, and it'll bring up this file, and then your maps, you drop those into this folder right here. Like you're not going to have a map folder, but you just drop them into the L2 Walker folder. It'll put them in here. And then you come to your forward.bat file, and you right click it, and you edit it, and then you're going to change this IP, which yours isn't going to be the same as mine. It's going to be different, but you change it to this IP if you're in North America. Your server may be different if you're somewhere else, but I mean, I don't think this bot works for EU, so this is just an NA version only. But I'm not 100% sure on that. But this is the NA server, so you use that server. And then on your host file, it's my computer C, Windows System 32, drivers, etc. host. And you open up your host file with Notepad, and you're going to change your host file to this. And this is the in-protect and the servers and the login. This is actually for the loopback, but you don't need the loopback anymore. But this will still verify through this way. So you change it to this. I'll put all of this in the description, like I did on my first video. That way you have that. And then for people who think you still need the loopback, I'm just going to prove you that you don't need it anymore. I have my loopback, but it's disabled. It's not even on. And so once you're done with that, move this over here. I don't know how to minimize this damn thing. Just drop it down here. You run the forward.bat. It's going to bring this open. And just make that smaller or whatever. You can put it wherever you want. It doesn't matter. I just like mine there. And then you're going to run your L2 Walker. This is where you browse for the exe, but it's not an exe anymore. It's a .bin file. You just select your .bin, which that's in C program files, NCSoft, Lineage 2 system, and then it's in here, the L2.bin. Double click that. And you have to simulate Game Guard and disable it. Game Guard, you have to use both of these, or it's not going to work. So you need to be able to click both of these and run it like that. And then once you have those clicked in your exe, you click run. Yeah, I'm on a Mac. I don't know if you watched my first video. I'm dual booting Windows through Boot Camp, and it's kind of slower, so it takes a little bit. This video is just going to be on the setup, but then after this I'm going to do a caster video. I'll probably cover a lot of the caster in this video if I can, if I have enough time. I'm already at 3 minutes, or almost 4 minutes, so this is just going to be a little bit more detailed in the setup. So takes forever to load. Yeah, I run 4 bots at a time, so I don't know why it takes so long in the first load up, but after this it doesn't take as long. Okay, so once you get here, let me click it. You're going to log in just like you normally would. You're going to click agree. You're going to pick your server, which mine's, and then right here, how it said no error. That means it's working. If yours doesn't say no error, you need to stop right now and log out, because if you log into the game server actually and get into the game and this doesn't say no error, you'll be banned, because that means it's not working. Okay, and then once you're in here, you click OK. Okay, you need to stop the matchmaking. You don't want to do that. I don't know why they put that in there. It's fucking stupid. Alright, when you get here, you need to click the home button, or hit the home button. That'll bring up this screen right here. Alright, and the thing you need to check on before you set up anything is you need to go to this and make sure this says verify OK. If it says verified failed, that means the bot's not going to work. Alright, you have to make sure it says verify OK. If it says verify fail, you need to go through the steps again, and you can try the loopback adapter settings if it says verify fail, but as you can tell, you don't absolutely need it because I proved that you don't need it. Alright, I'm not going to load my profile. I'm just going to show you how to make a profile real quick and start the bot successfully and just make it run. First thing you want to do is you want to go to map and real map and zoom all the way out. So you need to figure out, this red dot is you. You need to figure out where you want to bot and run to that location. I'm going to go here because it's a big open area, and I'll show you why. I'm going to go out here in the center. I don't know why it does this every time it goes into first person view. Anyway, so you go here, and then once you're in the center of this area, whatever, you're going to click path, and you click center point. You're going to change this to 2000 or whatever you prefer, and you're going to click that. Okay, you're going to set your Z limit to 300. That's what you need it to be. And then you're going to do don't attack monsters outside of this range. And then go back to your map and verify that you have a big enough square to bot in. You don't want to bot like this necessarily. I'm a little close to these mountains right here, and if my bot actually is fighting right here and selects a mob up here, he's going to try to run into that mountain to get to the bot, and he's just going to stand there forever trying to get to it. He'll eventually change targets, but it's just kind of annoying, you know, it makes you look like a bot. Anyways, so I have my path set. That's all you have to do for path. You can pick random if you want. I don't suggest this just because your bot will run at random and, you know, attack things at random, and there's no telling where he's going to go. Combat begin point works. I don't like to use this, but your define range and define path point, define range does not work. It screws up a lot, messes up a lot. It'll attack outside of the range even if you tell it not to. Define path point. I do not use this because if the bot runs in the same exact path every single time for multiple hours, they're going to know that you're a bot, and you're more likely to get banned even if you haven't been caught. Your policy, you have to use both far settings and short settings. You need to change this from anywhere between 10,000 and 150,000. I use 10,000 for this area. It suits me. On your skills, self-target HP or self-HP, I want to use well, no, I won't do that right now. I'll do that later. We'll use spells. What spells you want to use, you click them. And Twister, I use Twister on both just because that's the one spell I want to use. I don't want to use multiple spells. You do the same thing for melee. The only problem with doing this for melee is if you run out of mana, your bot will just stand there until you have enough mana to cast that spell. That's why you need to make real sure that you have this option right here set right. Okay, whenever you set this option, I'm going to show you this. You delete this completely down to 0 and click both of these. You don't type anything in, you leave it blank. You go back to your options. You type in the name you want to save it as. Alright. Save it. Then you're going to load it. Load it again, and then you're going to go back to heal options. And you're going to set this to 20, and then this to 70. And I'm going to stop this video, and then you got to hit enter on both of these. I'm going to stop this video, and I'm going to resume it again because I'm at my 10-minute mark.